fish on your line. Your day's just begun. The world of American angler, on lakes and on streams. Now you're living the good life. Catch the one of your dreams.
Hi, I'm Pat Traynor, and welcome to the American Angler. This week we're not traveling far. We'll be fishing Roosevelt Lake on the Salt River in central Arizona. But our guest Tony Bean has come all the way from Nashville, Tennessee to fish with us. Tony is the host of the popular TV show Smallmouth USA, and he is a prolific outdoor writer. It's not really smallmouth season here at Roosevelt, but I'm looking forward to getting to know this fishing personality and learn more about the smallmouth, or brown dudes as Tony calls them. So don't go away. The American Angler will be right back. Hi, I'm Pat Traynor, and welcome to the American Angler.
Smallmouth USA.
It's American Angler Show.
Smallmouth USA.
American Angler Show, I'm telling you.
Are you sure?
Seriously, folks, this is the American Angler TV show from Arizona.
Go ahead, I'm
Don't
sorry.
pay any attention to this Tennessean. He'll lead you totally astray.
I'm ready to catch a smallmouth because you said when I came out here I would catch one that long.
Well, he's swimming in here. I'm sure he is.
I thought this was smallmouth US. Nobody ever tells me.
Seriously,
anything.
folks, we're fishing here on Roosevelt Lake, and this guy on my right here is known all across this country for his ability to catch smallmouth. Tony, it's great to have you out here, really.
I appreciate you inviting me out. It's absolutely beautiful.
Well,
Absolutely beautiful.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to fishing with you today, and this lake, as I said, it's got some quality smallmouth in it, it's got some great largemouth in it, and I understand there's a pretty good little topwater bite on.
Well, I hope that happens, but the biggest thing about fishing is what we've been doing so far, just
having a great time. It's good to have you.
Thank you, bud.
Tony, you're on what, your second or third year with your show, Smallmouth USA?
Well, we're in the second season right now. Second year of the show.
You having a lot of fun with it?
Oh, having a ball. You know, I think, as far as we know, it's the only show in the country that's all smallmouth fishing. The whole show is dedicated to techniques and tactics in order to catch smallmouth.
Well, that area you come from is just famous for its smallmouth fishing. I know that.
Well,
quality smallmouth.
Yeah, Tennessee's got the world record smallmouth, 11 pound, 15 ounces.
Man.
Caught in 1956 up on Dale Hollow. And Tennessee has got some good quality smallmouth fishing. What's helped us a lot is the TVA system on the Tennessee River. When they put all those series of dams in and started really working with that area, the quality of the fishing just went sky high. So we're really proud it happened to us. We're right on the hub, right on the borderline of big smallmouth. Below us, down in middle Alabama on down, there is no smallmouth. Once you get above Ohio, the numbers increase, but the size goes down. So we're in the perfect growing season right there in Tennessee.
Well, you got a place there on Percy Priest, right?
Yeah, I got a marina, Elm Hill Marina right there on Percy Priest. I guided out of that place for 14 years. And
chased them brown bass all your life?
Caught my first, that's the first fish I ever remember catching, was a smallmouth on the Elk River outside of Lynchburg. You know, Lynchburg's famous for two things, black and green label and smallmouth. So when I first started fishing for smallmouth, I found out real quick it's the only thing I ever wanted to do.
Well, I know as I've traveled across the country, smallmouth have become my favorite fish to catch. And I've got a wife that would quit work and probably anything else she could do if she could go chase some little brown bass around. She loves to catch them. We both love it.
I've never seen anyone who hadn't caught smallmouth that finally caught that smallmouth bass that didn't enjoy it. Never.
Well, they're such a powerful fish to catch, and you know, normally you're using light tackle, small baits, so you really give the fish a chance.
Well, you really do. You really do. It's light line for the most part. And if you look at a smallmouth compared to a largemouth, that largemouth's got that rounded tail. That tells you that that's a fish that lays in ambush and strikes out for a short distance. A fork-tailed fish, like that marlin you got hanging down there on your wall down there in the shop, in your tackle store, it's got that forked tail, and that tells you speed for a long distance. So an old smallmouth, when you stick him, he can go from point A to point B real quick.
These dadgum smallmouth are so powerful, it makes them so much fun to catch.
Well, if you look at the fish, you can tell a lot about why. You take a largemouth for an example. The tail is rounded on the back, and that tells you that that's a fish that's got to lay in ambush and run out for a short distance, a short burst to feed. Now that old smallmouth, on the other hand, has got that forked tail, and that tells you of a fish that can go fast for a long distance. In other words, it's got a lot of speed, so it doesn't have to lay in ambush as much as a largemouth would.
The largemouth kind of sets some weights on it, and that smallmouth can go get it.
That's right. That smallmouth will be out here feeding on this flat out here where we're fishing, while a largemouth would be piled up here somewhere in a brush pile, waiting for something to come by. You know, I was down at your store, perfect example. When I was down there at the store, you got that big marlin up on the wall, and you know how fast they are. You've caught them, but it's got that forked tail.
Right.
Little tail's not that wide, but it can get on with it.
Yeah, you're really wondering, looking at how some of these fish are built, how they generate that speed, and that is where they get it.
From that forked tail, that's exactly right. You notice them rocket ships, they always sending up. They got them forked tails on the back, I guarantee. And they can get it. Man, I love to have a smallmouth boil up on that.
Is this a
thing
spot or what? Wind's getting up a little bit heavy on this point right now.
It might be just a little bit heavy, and the sun's hitting it pretty hard. And you know something about topwater fishing? Everybody for a long time assumed that you had to take that topwater bait and throw it right on the bank to catch a fish. That's not so with smallmouth fishing. You can bring a smallmouth up 25 or 30 feet, because we always got to remember it's what the fish sees looking up, not what we see looking down.
Right.
Oh,
he got it.
That's him. Whoa, baby. Come here, honey. Let me get back there where you're at. Excuse me, sir.
You got it.
Come here, baby.
All right.
You pretty little thing. Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Nope. Come here. Be real still now. There you go.
Well, he gobbled it.
Son, he ate it quick. Fish done quit spun. Oh, me. Got it all down inside of it. Got a pair of pliers, Pat?
Yeah.
I believe I'm gonna need them.
You bet.
No, I didn't. I got it. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. I like that. Pat, you think the color of a topwater bait makes that much difference?
Well, I know it does to me, Tony. I don't know whether it's strictly, I don't think it's strictly a confidence thing. Yeah, I believe it does. Maybe at times, depending on the light, as much or more than plastic.
Depending on the depth of the water that you're fishing in?
And the color of it. And, you know, I used to chase them spots a lot. And I found with them, and especially with a spook, there were days that maybe the difference between catching them and not catching them was either a spook with a little red on the throat, or maybe a clear spook.
Yeah, something to make it different.
You know, you go out there with a brighter color and they just wouldn't touch it at all, and you can put that clear spook on and catch fish after fish after fish.
Well, you know, back home, spook's an awful good bait. But at any given day, if there's 20 good smallmouth fishermen on the lake and they're all throwing a spook, it'll either be blue and chrome or black. Now, where it makes any difference or not, that's what everybody catches the most fish on.
Yeah, I firmly believe in the smallmouth fishing that I've done in my life. I think color is more important to them maybe even than largemouth.
Exactly right. That's exactly
regardless of the bait.
Yeah, I tell you what, you get out there sometime, somebody fishing a grub, they're catching a lot of fish on a smoke grub, you throw a brown one, and you're not catching any fish. If you sit there and say, well, it doesn't make any difference about the color, it beats you to death.
You're gonna go home hungry that way, aren't you?
Exactly right.
You stay with us now, we'll be right back with some exciting fishing from Roosevelt.
You usually want to put this line on there just through that stripper guy, just one eye. If you get somebody to help you like that and hold it, make sure it's coming off straight. It's easy to do. You know, you get people out there, leave the line on for a long time. That, what we've done this morning, what I've done, rubbed across that brush so much, I'm not gonna take a chance on losing a fish. I'll sit down and take me 3 or 4 minutes like we're doing right here and change my line.
Yeah, it's a mistake a lot of people make is they don't change it often enough. And I think with a spinning reel especially, it's, you know, it's a natural, I'll get it out here in a minute, tendency of the reel itself to twist the line.
And at times it will, that's right. Don't.
I like to change mine every day.
Yeah, don't take a chance.
No.
Fish is not worth it.
You know, you get one big fish on, and that may be the difference between landing him and not landing him.
That's exactly right.
And for the cost of a little line, it can sure run what could have been maybe your best fishing trip ever.
That's exactly right. And you got some fine topwater baits.
Just get right in there and get whatever you need.
Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the guest out here?
The what?
The guest.
Uh-huh.
And why am I running the trolling motor?
Well, because I give that to the guests, see?
Oh.
That way that you have the first shot and you have to worry about the front end of the boat and all that, and I can sit back here and concentrate and catch fish.
And if we're not to catch any fish, you can blame it on me.
Definitely. That's kind of the way this works, see?
I got this figured out.
I've got this thing down to a science now.
To me, somebody from back in my part of the country I know would have a hard time out here for the first 2 or 3 days because all the banks look just alike. How in the world would you pick? How do you figure out which one to choose when you come out here fishing?
It is difficult. Takes a little time on the water to... There he is.
Good fish.
Boy, you thrown across that point 6 or 8 times.
Yep.
And he finally decided to eat it.
Another largemouth, but boy, that feels good. Feels good. Come up here, honey. Let's see what you look like. Look down.
Boy, don't they look good in that clear water.
Oh, I'm telling you. You pretty little thing. Have a fit. Too little.
Boy, you got him hooked up. There wasn't no getting off for him.
He has got this one every which way. If you'll be real still now, we'll make this just as painless as possible. Come out there, look. That's pretty. Got a little chunky, clean fish. You pretty thing. Kiss you right on your face. God, I like that. Ooh, I like that. These fish are feeding, there's no doubt about that.
We're gonna get them. I guarantee you that.
Good fish.
Good fish. I think he fought it off of that little bush back there.
Another largemouth?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, he crashed on it now.
Yeah, he did.
He crashed on it. I mean, he ate it too.
Pretty fish.
They are really showing out this morning.
Yeah, they are. Have a fit.
Come here, big boy. Boy, he got them all. I mean. One more to go. Nice little chunk.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go, big boy. We need one of them darker fish to show itself.
One of them bright.
There he got it.
Yeah.
Oh. Quick release to another.
That's the way it happens in the world of fishing. Quick release. Did you get me losing the fish, Dave?
Yeah, I sure did.
Man, this has got to be a worm fisherman's paradise with all this brush.
Oh yeah. It's a good worm lake. I'll tell you what, this lake has got a tremendous fish population.
Ooh, there he is.
How was that?
Oh man, that was pretty.
He
Did
come
you?
up there and looked at it, turned
Yeah.
away from it, and come back and got it.
Yeah, he did.
That's a bona fide good one, too.
Yeah. Nice fish. Boy, I saw that fish come up
Yeah.
8 foot down.
That is a nice one.
That's pretty. Yeah, honey. Where are you?
That's a bona fide over the slaughter right there.
It is. Baby. Got a closed mouth hook set. That's what gets me. That's tough. Come here, honey. You be real still now. Oh, that's a nice fish. Nice fish. Come out there. Boy, she has got it every which way in the world. But that's what you want to happen, Pat.
You bet. We should have done that 3 or 4 more times this morning already.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I really feel bad. I feel like I've messed you up.
No.
I just missed some fish that I should have caught. She's beautiful. She is beautiful. Mwah. Love you. Gone. That was fun.
There he is. That's a pretty good little fish.
Good fish. Pat, hold him.
I got him, I got him, I got him. Boys, he's spitting up the shad.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Look at the shad.
Look at this shad.
Look at the shad coming out of him. Man. All right. There is a smallmouth left in this lake.
Well, it's pretty. Dark color.
Almost black. Yes, indeedy.
Pretty. Pretty color.
Pretty fish.
Beautiful color.
Well, now that's what we're after.
You ever get in a situation where somebody's got some color that you hadn't got?
Yeah.
Well, this stuff right here will dye it and scent it all at the same time. And it dries just about instantly when you take it out.
Uh-huh.
I think it's going to be a pretty good product. I don't know. It's working right now.
What's the name of it?
It's called Dip It or Spike It. Dip and Glow. Made down in Calhoun, Georgia. Finally figured out what the hardest part of fishing is, Pat.
What's that?
Getting a line through this little bitty hole on these baits.
Yeah. With your smallmouth rod, Tony, what did you build into that rod to set it or make it different than your average?
Well, 90% of the smallmouth fishermen fish baits that range from an 1/8 ounce up to about 3/8. Now the old smallmouth fishermen, you know, way back a long time ago, we had to have a 1/16 ounce bait. We had to have a rod that when you did it like that, it would hit you on the back side and the front side at the same time. And that's just not right, because these smallmouth are tough fish, as you well know. So what I had to have is one with a real sensitive tip where I could feel a light bait down 20 feet like we're fishing now.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to have enough backbone to set the hook immediately, where that backbone will come into play immediately when you set the hook, because you got a single wire hook that you got to drive through the top of that fish's face. So you got a little tip and a whole lot of backbone immediately. That's the smallmouth rod.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a lot of different ways to smallmouth fish, obviously, and a lot of good rods made. But for that light fishing like that, 6, 8, 10 pound test line, I'm pleased with it. I really do love smallmouth. And I'd rather catch them, if I can catch them between the bank and 20, 22 feet of water, I'm tickled to death. There's a good fish. Good shot. All right.
That is that black fish.
All
Same
right.
fish.
Good shot.
Same fish.
Small jaw.
Same fish come
Small
up there
jaw.
and mauled that spook.
Nice smallmouth. Nice smallmouth.
All right.
Now, boy, Bob.
That'll work.
It'll work. Fish starting to move.
I mean, he ate it too. He was pretty mad about missing it the first time.
Yeah, came back and got it. Can't beat that.
They're hard-headed fish, they are, them smallmouth, at times.
Well, conditions are changing. Those fish are gonna come up and feed. I definitely wanted to eat something. That's pretty.
Pretty little fish. This is green. That other one this morning we caught was real black. This fish is real green. Got some nice markings down his side. The American Angler will be right back. Well, I hope you enjoyed as much as I did this day on the water with Mr. Smallmouth himself, Tony Bean from Nashville, Tennessee. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week on our next episode of The American Angler.